All right. Uh, this working? Yeah. Okay. So this is snipping tool, I guess, or cabbage or whatever the fuck. I'm just doing a quick and dirty how to explore shit in Second Life video. Because this is fun and I want other people to be able to do it. I'm gonna assume you know how to move around. WASD, fucking WoW turning, the E to jump, C to crouch, which isn't really important except you can do this. And then F to toggle flight if you have flight on. That's pretty straightforward. What's not so straightforward but very important is graphics presets. In Firestorm, in this top right here, you have this ability to save different graphics presets. So I have a couple that I use, and you can just switch between them on the fly. So I can switch to basically minimum settings. This would also de-render every avatar around me. I have one that's cranked. It takes it a bit to go from one to the other. Yeah, you get the idea. So you can switch between these on the fly without having to open the actual settings menu. It's obviously very important because this game runs like shit, and you're not going to be wanting to look at something that's 3 FPS all the time just so you can get pictures. As far as actually finding things, there's a couple things that are pretty obvious. In Firestorm down here, this pamphlet thing is the map. You zoom out in the map, you can find other parcels. And if you double click somewhere, this place is Stonehenge Forest. I don't have access to it. You get the idea. You can double click on a place in the map and you'll just fucking go there. So obviously you can find a lot of stuff like that. Just you find something that's interesting from the map geographically, or maybe they did the thing where they build something high in the sky, so there's a big icon on it and you want to see what that's for. The other thing that's baked into pretty much every client is the search function. You press Control F, like in a fucking web browser, you get a search function, which you can do web search. You can search for people, for groups. Places is what you want. You can type whatever fucking word you want, like drift or whatever. Now you have some fucking... I mean, I've been here a few times. This place is pretty cool, but it's like borderline racist, which might be your thing. So you can find stuff, you can just plug words in there. I'm not going to type any of the fun stuff in for YouTube reasons. But those are... Every client's got those. What not everything has is the sim hopper. First, I'm just going to go over real quick how to attach things. Don't double click on things because everything has a slot associated with it. And if there's something else in this, and if there's something already in that slot, it'll just remove it. So what you want to do is you want to right click and add. That's not the thing I meant to click on. So now I have this blanket on. Doesn't look very comfortable actually with the hoodie under it in the middle of the day, but like this blanket. You can also do this with HUD elements, which are like this thing in the corner here, or this thing I just added that lets me change the textures on the blanket. So what I'm gonna do is I have this thing called a sim hopper. It's attaching to the right side of my screen now, and I don't know why. But what this does is I can give it an age rating for whatever place I want to go to. I'm going to hit GM, and I'm going to tell it that I do want it to be able to teleport me. And if I click on it, it's just going to pull regions from a random list, and if the one it pulls up is the right age rating, it'll just teleport me straight to it. So now we're in a park. Oh, this is Linden Homes. Okay. Yeah, so these places are kind of boring unless you can break into someone's house. Speaking of which, this thing down here, sort of The circles next to the map is a mini-map radar thing, which if you size this out, you can sort of... I mean, were there anyone around here, you would be able to see like a green dot, like here. You know, there's a couple dots where people are. Let's see what these two are doing. Oh, I have to fucking pay for premium to go there. But yeah, so the Sim Hopper, there's one of them on Marketplace that's slightly outdated, from my understanding. But the one I have is full perm, so if you just like message me on Twitter or in SL, I can just fucking give you one. And you can attach it to your HUD and teleport around forever, like I do. Now, I'm gonna go over the camera controls, but first what you're gonna want to do is you want to open your preferences, Control P, and you want to type look at. And what you want to, bare minimum, you want to check all of these don't send my look at targets, don't send my look at targets at all, not even like all of those, the don't send. You want to turn those off because if people have these top options on to show look at targets, they can see where your where other people's cameras are focused. So if you are using the camera controls to sort of sneak into someone's house, they can see that. Or if you're zooming in on someone, they can see that you're zooming in on them. I did not know about this for multiple years, and it's very embarrassing to find out now, but, you know, live and learn or whatever. So to actually use a look at target, if you hold Alt, your cursor turns into this magnifying glass thing, and if you just click on something, your camera will refocus there. If you're holding Alt and left mouse and you drag in and out, you zoom in on that thing, or you can turn from side to side. And if you hold Control while you're doing it, so like a Control Alt click, you can start rotating it around in every direction. You can't zoom though. So you can use this to sort of see which sex beds people have. If you want to see that specifically, you can right click on it, more inspect. And this one's the GW3P BDSM Hot Love Bed by Inferno's Chill. You can also do this on avatars to see what people have on, in case you want to steal their hair or something. Let me see if I can sim hop somewhere where there are people. It's a little slow and janky. Lingua Franca. It's actually never been this slow before. I think scripts might be throttled here because that was not a second. Oh, okay, you gonna do it? Nope, that's not gonna do it. Oh, no loading screen. Okay. Are there people around here? No. I could just go to... You can also sort of search for particular regions in the map if you know what it's called. So I'm just going to go to Social Island 10. See what bullshit's happening there. I teleported below the actual thing. So this is another thing. If you want to get around walls or something, you can turn on, in the Firestorm preferences, double click on land, and you can set that to teleport to clicked point. So I can just cam in up here and then double click. So you can see this person, this plus here is where their camera is pointed. Or this person. A lot of people will turn off their look at targets, but if they don't, it can be kind of fun to, you know, sort of spy on what they're looking at. So if I wanted to see what this chicken is, oh, it's called a cocksucker because it's like a lollipop. Creation date 2004. God damn. Okay. So you can find, you know, quite a few things. You can pull out the people who made the object and whatnot and go through their store. The other thing I like to do is just pull out people's profile so I can see them filling it with office jokes. I guess that's still a thing that people find entertaining. The game does freeze a lot. I apologize. What is going on here? Oh, okay. Can't show that in a Christian manga. One Nightwine Demonte. The Demonte Malkavian, so he's a fucking Vampire the Masquerade roleplay. That makes sense with this fucking first light picture. Guns pics. Huh. Yeah, and then chat and shit. I think you can probably figure that part out. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to cover. Oh, this guy's... he's just a JPEG. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so between that, like the camera controls, and just physically getting around, teleportation and stuff, you should be pretty good to just find anything. Oh, I'm following. Once you do find stuff, you don't want to just use snipping tool or snip and sketch or ShareX or whatever the fuck. What you want to do is, I'm going to take a picture of this fireplace. You want to hit Control-Shift-S, and that'll let you take a picture with arbitrary resolution. You can slap shitty filters on it. You can disable the interface. That's the really important part of it. And then you can just click save, and I have it set to already save to a folder with a certain file name scheme. But capture depth. Oh yeah, that's a thing you can do. Yeah. So that and just, you know, snipping tool for when I'm taking pictures of interface stuff. That's really all I do on the account. I just sim hop around or put in silly words or go through people's pics. I don't think I properly explained pics, actually. Let me go back to Social Island. Social Island 8. Social Island. We actually ended up in it this time. So, does this person have anything in their pics? Yes. So, these pics are... people use them just as, like, you know, extra bio pages. Or as a way to just put pictures. It's actually... oh, this guy plays on Warmane. But it's pics not in the sense of photo, but in the sense of, like, places you've picked out. So you'll see at the bottom here, all of these places, all these pics have like coordinates attached to them. So if I want to go to this place, I can show it on the map to check that it's still there. It'll show the same name if it is, and then I can just teleport to it, see if I can get in. And now I'm in. I guess this is their maid cafe? Happy birthday. Alright, that's pretty good. But yeah. Vocaloid Maid Cafe. I'll allow that. So that's pretty much everything that I do. Here, I'll even get a fucking picture of this. Because it's silly. Save, and then I'm gonna slap it on the fucking Twitter account. And then by the time this video is up, it should be on there. Assuming I haven't been suspended from Twitter or anything. So that's how you do Second Life. I apologize that this is not properly scripted or edited, but I didn't feel like doing that. There are probably better videos that you can watch, but this is the one that I made. I apologize for that.